Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Comrade Brown, and also to thank you, members of the press, for coming again as we announce the results of the recently completed ZanuPf primary elections. And just to reiterate what I said yesterday, that these are preliminary results because they are subject to change. As I speak, the ad hoc special tribunal is meeting to consider complaints that have been lodged after the announcement of the results at the various polling stations. And therefore, the outcome of that exercise might affect the results that we are currently announcing. And also, the politburo will be meeting sometime this week to consider these results, and the deliberations in that meeting might also affect these results. However, these are the results as at this point in time. I will give you the names of the candidates who participated in a particular constituency, and I will then announce the candidate who had the highest number of votes. We start with Manicaland Province and Buhera North. We had Mukomba Amos, Manakira Tonderai, and Philip Guyo. And Philip Guyo came with the highest number of votes in Buhera North constituency. We go to Chipinge Central. We had Machingura Reimo, Mapika Dorothy, Matatu Linda, Simango James, and Mapungwani Landelani. And Reimo Machingura had the highest number of votes in Chipinge Central constituency. We move to Chikanga. Muchina Kenneth, Duru Maika, Sitole Zamani, Malcolm Masarira, and Muchina Kenneth had the highest number of votes in Chikanga constituency. Dangamvura, we had Jani Clyde, Jusa Mwanyara, and Jani Clyde had the highest number of votes in Dangamvura constituency. Mutare Central, Mupfumi Isau, Razemba Pamela, and Mupfumi Isau had the highest number of votes in Mutare Central constituency. Buhera Central, with Samson Matema, Matthew Nyashanu, and Cornelius Magwede. And Matema Samson came up with the highest number of votes for Buhera Central constituency. Buhera South, Mudekunye Ngonidzaishe, Chinotimba Joseph, Chimbare Fred, and Mudekunye Ngonidzashe came up with the highest number of votes in Buhera South constituency. Makoni South, Nyakuyedzwa Albert, Mataranyika Mishek, Njenda Peter, Mukoi Edward, Stanley Mbawa, and Tobias Pedzai, and Nyakuyedzwa Albert came up with the highest number of votes in Makoni South constituency. Makoni Central, muchabayiwa Deni, Mukaronda Charles, Mavunduse Shadrack, Gilbert Muponda, Basil Nyabadza, Shepherd Nyika. And Shepherd Nyika came out with the highest votes for Makoni Central constituency. Mutare South, Harawa Godfrey, Dumbarimwe Tawanda, Jeffrey Ngome, Munakamwe Brian, Godfrey Chikosi, Jakachira Founder, Mugadza Felix, and Muchai Colin. And Harawa Godfrey has the highest number of votes in Mutare South constituency. Buhera West, Mugwadi Tafadzwa, Chikwangwani Maxwell, Nzuma Soul, Geli Miti, Wilson Nzuma. Mugwadi Tafadzwa had the highest number of votes for Buhera West constituency. Mutasa South, Mugadza Mishek, Madanzi John, Makunyere Peter, and Mishek Mugadza had the highest number of votes for Mutasa South constituency. Headlands, Makoni Jimmy, Magutakuona Innocent, Chingosho Christopher, James Chipunza, Moses Mikundi, and Mapfumo Farai. And Mapfumo Farai had the highest number of votes in Headlands constituency. We then cross over to Mashonaland Central Province. We start with Rushinga. Matthew Mare, Spencer Chiwarange, Hamish Katsande, and Tendai Nyabani, and Tendai Nyabani had the highest number of votes in Rushinga constituency. Mount Darwin West, Witness Jonga, Munyaradzi Mabuana, Blessing Murendo, Banuel Seremwe, Justiel Chikohora, Kurai Madzonga, Mupola Kidwell, Marinos Chamwera, and Jonga Witness had the highest number of votes for Mount Darwin West constituency. Muzarabani South, Kapirika Benjamin, Size Tapera, Mushambo Za Felix, Musanzika Bigi, Chitindi Christopher, Zakaria 5, Angelina Shikiro, and Kabirika Benjamin had the highest number of votes in Muzarabani South constituency. Mount Darwin South, Kudakwashe Mpamanga, Stephen Kabozo, Zivanai Musani, Paul Kamkombe, Milton Serima, and Mpamanga Kudakwashe had the highest number of votes in Manicaland South constituency. Mbire, Douglas Karoro, David Butau, Charles Mutukudzi, Edson Goroma, Robson Chidongo, and Munyaradzi Dambudzo. And Douglas Karoro had the highest number of votes in Mbire constituency. Mount Darwin North, Munemo Lapani, Chataika Paddington, Chimudzeka Patson, Zamwarira Temba, Takawira Guruzu, and Lapani Munemo had the highest number of votes in Mount Darwin North constituency. Mount Darwin East, Butau Dzidzai, Marakisi Noma, Gwenzi Kane, Katsunga Leonard, Nobet Chikumbo, Brighton Chitumba, Blessing Katurura, Peter Chitsuro, Kuya Dare, Shereni Likwell, and Utau Dzidzai had the highest number of votes in that constituency. Shamba North, Chinoda Kufa Isaac, Dokwani Ryan, Maungwa John, Gorerino Oscar, Maurukira Matthew, Mujange Rance, Grasham Nyanete, and Patricia Ziumbra. And Chinoda Kufa Isaac had the highest number of votes for Shamba North. We now move to Mashonaland East Province, starting with Murewa West. Farai Jere, Timothy Go, Jonah Sewere, Ngonera Murambiwa, and Jere Farai had the highest number of votes in Murewa West constituency. Murewa North, Daniel Garwe, Femai, and Mangwende. Daniel Garwe had the highest number of votes in that constituency. Murewa North. Seke, Rubati Kamasimba, Sovane Pasi Amos, Tichare Vatigere, Marufu Lipson, and Kashambe Munyaradzi. And Kashambe Munyaradzi had the highest number of votes in Seke constituency. Chikomba East, Felix Mona, Sekai Nzenza, Wilfred Gwazo, Edmo Kandira, and Tendai Chakaja. And Felix Mona had the highest number of votes in Chikomba East constituency. Chikomba West, Mavetera Tatenda and Mangwiro John, and Mavetera Tatenda had the highest number of votes in Chikomba West constituency. Maramba Pfungwe, Tichaona Karuma Zondo, Admire Marodza, Washington Mashaire, Amos Kawisha, Vein Karimanzira, Bob Chimpode, and Tichaona Karuma Zondo had the highest number of votes in Maramba Pfungwe constituency. Mutoko South, Isaac Tasikani, Life JJJ, Alfred Guvu, Shumba Mini Hebet, Gurure Kingston, and Isaac Tasikani had the highest number of votes in that constituency. Marondera West, Tavaziva Godwin, Mukunya Idzespiwe, Masimbi, Johannes Marisa, Mnanga Gwakuda Kwashe, Isaac Chirongwe, and Dananai Chikanya. And Tavaziva Godwin had the highest number of votes in Marondera West constituency. We cross over to Mashonaland West, Mangura, Douglas Mombeshora, Bokoro Erisha, Masango Precious, and Mombeshora Douglas had the highest number of votes in Mangura constituency. Makonde, Ziyambi Simbarashe, Kindness Paradza, Chaitezvi William, and Ziyambi Simbarashe had the highest number of votes in Makonde constituency. Magunje, Madiro Supamonga, Nyikadzino Derek Masenda Tapiwa, Karonga Lancelot Gurajena Fanwell, Rukanza Kanza Simba, Munduna Joylin, Nyenyai Anglia, Kuipa Eba, Kashiri Siso, and Madiro Supamonga had the highest number of votes for Magunje constituency. Chinoi, Chidzomba Thomas, Mutisi Charles, Ndesai Gift, Last Sauramba, Patrick Mamimine, and Ryan Cheney, and Chidzomba Thomas had the highest number of votes for Chinoi constituency. Zimba North, Marian Chombo, Aida Kamshinda, Tamanikwa Dolly, and Marian Chombo had the highest number of votes in Zimba North constituency. Zimba East, Mukwangwariwa Francis, Decide Mananja, Gibson Chihaka, Matunja Philippa, Muskwere Mary, and Beloved Mazunga, and Mukwangwariwa Francis had the highest number of votes for Zimba East constituency. Chegutu West, Chigawazira Last Farai, Dexter Nduna, Patrick Huni, and Chigavazira Last Farai had the highest number of votes for Chegutu West constituency. Chegutu East, Webster Shamu, Vengai Musengi, Shakespeare Maya, Cosmas Washaya Nyika, and Webster Shamu had the highest number of votes in that constituency. We move to Norton constituency. Constance Shamu, Laston Tachuona, Moses Nyamayaro, Christopher Tinargo, Godfrey Mugaviri, and Daniel Chinosengwa. And Constance Shamu had the highest number of votes in that constituency. Kariba, Tichaona Nigel Shamu, Tangisai Muchia Tawa, Smart Kambiri, Ronald Machona, Sevius Musainda Mwemba, Isaac Mackenzie, Abraham Kachembere, and Tichaona Nigel Shamu had the highest number of votes for Kariba constituency. Kadoma Central, Daka Cosmas, Piri Fani, Mugadza Farai, Saungemwe Kudakwashe, and Daka Cosmas had the highest number of votes in Kadoma Central. Muzwezwe Haritatos Evangelis, Chikweza Simbarashe, Mupuvira Tofara, Muduburi Talent, and Heritatos Evangelis had the highest number of votes in Muzwezwe constituents. We now move over to Masvingo Province. Masvingo Province starts with Masvingo Central. Edison M. Zobwo, Makwarimba Finals, Nyikadzino Mutati, Charumbira Victor, Mupandawana Ashson, Tawanda Nindiri, Mazarire Benjamin, and Edson Zobo had the highest number of votes for Masvingo Central constituency. Masvingo Eben, Wellington Mawande, and James Pande, and Wellington Mawende had the highest number of votes in that constituency. Masvingo West, Ezra Chadzamira, Regis Musango, Maxwell Muvondori, Todd Nyengerai, and Simon Magumbo. And Ezra Chadzamira had the highest number of votes for Masvingo West constituency. Masvingo North, Mudumi Brian, Mudzikisi Jerry, Mangena Albert, Madzana Emily, Newoa Onismo, Tavaruva Tanda and Francis Vengai Bonjis and Mudume Brian had the highest number of votes in Masvingo North constituency. We cross over to Matabeleland North, starting with Wangwe Central. We had one candidate who was uncontested, and that's Reeds Dube. We go to Wange East, Sikuka Alois, Moyo Sikatele, Nora Dube, James Piri, Douglas Mpofu, Binwell Sibanda, and Hilario Ngulube, and Sikuka Alois had the highest number of votes in Wange East constituency. Wange West, Moyo Pilani, Chambo Kumbulani, Mukwasi Clement, and Moyo Pilani had the highest number of votes for Wange West constituency. Bubi Sibanda Simeli Sizwe, Muguni Soniki, Koza Douglas, and Abednego Maposa, and Sibanda Simele Sizwe had the highest number of votes. Cholocho North, we had one candidate who was uncontested, that is Singa Sivangumuzi Kumalo. Cholocho South, Musa Ngube and Judas Nkomo, and Musa Ngube came up with the highest number of votes for Cholocho South. Nkai North, Matema Sitabisiwe, Chuma Mlamhleli Donga Maplot, and Moyo Sibusisiwe, and Nyoni Sitembiso came out with the highest number of votes. We move to Nkai South. We have Mate Stars, Kolo Kumalo, and Gwemba Munetsi, and Mate Stars came out tops of the list for Nkai South constituency. Umguza, Richard Moyo, and Sibande Happiness, and Richard Moyo led this team with the highest number of votes. Binga North, Munsaka, Kudakwash, Muchimba Chineka, and Sifas Mudenda and Mutsanga Kudakwashe had the highest number of votes for Binga North. Binga South, Piri Challenge, Mudenda Maxon, Sibanda Anthony, Muningi Peter, and Museva Elfas, and Challenge Piri came up with the highest number of votes for Binga South. Lupane East, Pachisiwe Ngue, Due Mongeni, and Komazana Tubeliche. And Patisiwe Ngue came up with the highest number of votes. Last but not least is Lupane West, Mpumelelo Ndlovu, Permanent Sibanda, Munguni Lingani, Kumalo Visitor, Sigauke Donald, and Mpumelelo Ndlovu came up with the highest number of votes. That completes this announcement. I want to thank you.